So today I want to just go over this trade I took today on Euro USD. It was a minus 1% trade. And if we just look, well, this was where the trade was taken. And I was pretty confident in this trade. Looking at the daily, I was seeing that we are respecting the fair value gaps. Like we had this fair value gap, we respected it, went up, pushed up again. To be fair, we didn't have a fair value gap here, but you know, out of the most recent area, I was seeing bullish price action. So I was expecting like these highs, and also this was my main target for today, or maybe this coming week. However, we did not hit that. We actually respected this massive fair value gap on the daily, which I mean, you can say that kind of makes sense because we had a strong push down and then we have a nice fair value gap there. But I was looking at the London session, I was looking at Asian session, and I wanted to see the Asian low ideally being swept, and that's exactly what happened. So according to my plan, everything was ticked off. Furthermore, we had this really nice 15-minute fair value gap, which I was looking at. And the reason I liked it so much is because we have Asian low resting right there, Asian liquidity. And right below that, we have the 15-minute fair value gap. So when I came into session today, it was really good because usually when there's a POI above the Asian high or a POI below the Asian low, it's a good chance that we can react and get a nice reversal. Also, we had like this really nice reaction, so I was pretty confident. But being confident doesn't mean it's going to win. Okay, the market's always going to do what it has to do. So around 8 o'clock, go on the 1 minute. There was actually a 5-minute entry as well, but there was a 1 minute too. 1 minute entry right over there. We had a break of structure right there. And there were no fair value gaps in this break of structure, so that is something I have journaled because most of my trades actually, when the break of structure happens, there's a fair value gap always around here. So the fair value gap, the first one actually presented itself all the way there. Plus there was an inverse somewhere around there. So usually what I like to see is the inverse and fair value gap, everything around here. But in this case, it was up there. So I pretty much took my fib from the high to low because I entered on the retracement. And that's where I entered pretty much. And yeah, 7 pip stop loss. Targeting a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. In terms of targets, obviously the Asian high was a good target, but I just target fixed reward because I'm just aiming to improve my consistency and build my consistent results basically. Gap day as well, something to note. And then we went into a bit of profit here and there. Didn't even get to 1R to be fair. Went to like a 0.5 maybe. Yeah. And then pretty much just came and reversed and carried on down. We were respecting this fair value gap. On the 15-minute, we were respecting this fair value gap as well. However, I'm happy with the trade. I gave it like a 4-star trade rating because overall, like structures going up, fair value gap, POI right below Asian low. There's many setups which happen like this where it's a very clean trade, hits a POI, gives a clean entry model, and we pretty much hit take profit. But took the loss today. It is what it is, and we're going to show up the same way the next day and for the remaining part of the week. So hope you got value. Just wanted to put this out there. Happy trading and stay safe.